The Anunnaki and the ancient Olympian gods of mythological gods of ancient Greece that supposedly came from the skies. This is a secret that they will probably never be revealing to us. The geographical area of Greece and Mesopotamia had a very common meeting place, quote unquote, for both West and East, for as long as history has been recording all this due to the apparent continuous interaction between these peoples. And it should come as no surprise that cultural aspects were shared between them, although Sumerian influence in ancient Greece was rarely mentioned or analyzed in the main academic space, perhaps because it's simply not widely known. On the contrary, we encounter real glimpses of Greek thought and life in Sumerian society. However, there are several similarities and few differences between the pantheon of the Sumerians and that of the ancient Greeks. That is, their quote-unquote ancient gods. A simple example is the story of Prometheus and Pandora, where the first one opposed the supreme god Zeus, stole fire for the sake of people, which is why Zeus created Pandora, who later opened the famous box that brought suffering to humanity and closed in hope. Now, Prometheus was punished in the Caucasus Mountains with an eagle eating away his liver every day, and later Hercules released him. We find a similar story in the very important god Enki, with roles and stories that we see repeated with minor or major differences, but the essence remains the same. Another common feature is the well-known story of the flood with Noah Dephkalion, the man of good omen, that's what that name means, and Pyrrhus, which exists both in Sumerian myths, but has been promoted particularly through the Old Testament, and the vast majority of people consider it as original and authentic, while essentially is a differentiated repetition of previous floods. Now, we find similar analogies in the stories of the higher gods, both in their family trees and in other cases, or even in their way of life, with other protagonists and other names, but with many things in common. So what happens? Do the Anunnaki, the gods of the Sumerians, share something in common with the Olympian gods and other gods of Greek mythology? Could they be identified? Could these two cultures, and perhaps many others around the world, be based on the same world culture? And I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.